Greetings, Fright fans, and welcome to day 16 of our Howling Halloween countdown as we charge towards the big night. I'm Dr. Gangrene. This year, we're looking at werewolf movies, counting down 31 werewolf movies that I particularly like. Of course, there's so many in the genre, we couldn't get to all of them, so I had to just pick 31 of them, but we got some good ones coming up. Yesterday we looked at Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. Tonight we're going to look at another one chosen at random from our pumpkin here. So reach inside here, see what tonight's movie's gonna be. All right, tonight's movie is some made-for-TV action. Scream of the Wolf. Scream of the Wolf is a 1974 made-for-TV movie starring Peter Graves, Clint Walker, and Joanne Flug. It was written by Richard Matheson and based on a story called The Hunter by David Case and was directed by Dan Curtis. A string of violent murders has the local authorities baffled. They appear to be the work of some sort of animal they can't identify. The sheriff, played by Philip Carey, calls in writer John Weatherby, played by Peter Graves, to help. Peter used to be a big game hunter before he retired and turned to writing full-time. He too is baffled and in turn calls his friend and former hunting partner Byron Douglas, played by Clint Walker, for help. Byron is an odd guy. He refuses to help despite the mounting death toll and almost seems to be enjoying the entire ordeal. Bodies begin to pile up and John begins to suspect it's the work of a werewolf. And we also learn that Byron was incidentally once bitten by a wolf while on a hunting expedition. When it comes to 70s TV movies, you just can't beat Dan Curtis. He had a string of successful made-for-TV movies, all of them big on atmosphere and suspense. This one, while maybe not up to par with the best of Curtis's work like Trilogy of Terror and Burnt Offerings, is nevertheless a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of Clint Walker, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year, and he is great as the creepy big game hunter. He doesn't often play the villain in films, but was really good in this one. Peter Graves is always enjoyable as well, and Joanne Flug is good in this one too. As for the werewolf itself, well, I don't want to give away the plot twist, but leave it to say this is an untraditional take on a werewolf theme. Some might argue that it doesn't qualify, but I think it has enough of the werewolf trappings, pardon the pun, to make it count in my book. This is a public domain film and available for viewing right here on YouTube, so I'll leave a link below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and until tomorrow night, happy Halloween. 3 Skulls. Scream of the Wolf, 1974. I love these made-for-TV movies, and this one has a great cast. I'm a big Clint Walker fan, as I mentioned during the breakdown of the movie. Clint, always fun to watch. Peter Graves is great, and Joanne Flug is good in this too, but Clint's the man that makes this one good for me. This is a Dan Curtis movie. Dan Curtis was the king of 70s television, and nobody did it better than Dan Curtis. Of course, there's the Dark Shadows stuff, but all the Trilogy of Terror, everything he did in the 70s was gold, and this one was written by Richard Matheson, who's one of my favorite writers, so there's a lot to like about this movie. As I said during the thing, maybe some people think this one doesn't quite qualify for a werewolf countdown, but I think it definitely does. It's a good one, worth tracking down. I think it's public domain. It's definitely here on YouTube, so check it out. Scream of the Wolf, and let me know what you guys think about. I'm always interested to know what other people think about these, what my viewers think about these movies, and like comparing what you guys think to what I think. If you guys hate this one or like it or think it's too slow or whatever, let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to know. Anyway, join me back here tomorrow night. We'll keep this werewolf countdown continuing, and until then, this is Dr. Gangrene saying, stay mad.